So today we're here at Saratoga Racetrack. Edmund Davis.
Yes, sir.
This is a real pleasure. He comes from a great family. Why don't you tell us a little about how you got into business and you know, did your parents teach you anything? How are you here?
So my father was a jockey growing up, and he won 3,342 races predominantly on the MY race circuit. So when I was a young kid, I used to run home from school. I couldn't wait to watch the races and watch him ride and hopefully see him win and everything. And like, even going to the school that I went to in Long Island, which was St. Thomas the Apostle, like all the kids, they looked at me like I was a celebrity because my dad was an athlete, and you know, he's on TV, he's riding races, and so not only did I run home from school, I had my friends running home from school with me, and we go and watch and everything. And then anytime I could get in the car, I would, to go to the races and stuff. My dad would give me like $30, you know, to go get something to eat.
Of course.
And so I take the money and I get his agent, Eddie Milano, and I give it to him. Hey, put 10 across the board on my dad, and he'd win on like a 20-to-1 shot, and
oh, that's a great win.
And then I do it again, and he had a really good day that day. So I get back in the car. I'm like 8 years old, and I got a stack full of money. And I said, Dad, man, you did really good in the second, third, and the fourth. But what the heck happened in the seventh? I said, why'd you go so wide? And he grabbed the money from me. So
he took it.
Yeah. So
well, how is it? I don't want to interrupt on a story, but how is it having a family of jockeys and trainering, and you know, how does that work?
This game is very tough, and the number one thing in this game is good health. Good health, and I'm lucky enough to come from a good family. My parents are alive. My parents are together, and to be able to get up early in the morning and come to work and work with these beautiful animals is an absolute blessing. You know, and
so you wouldn't do anything else?
No way. My dad, I graduated high school, Saratoga High School. I was a 4-year varsity wrestler, and my dad said, listen, he started training at that exact time. He said, listen, Ed, it's either you're going to college or you're coming to the barn with me. And I chose the barn, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
Well, this is a great place. This is a great thing, and you've already had a winner.
We did win a race, me and Katie, last year at Saratoga Springs, and I started training in 2019. It was funny, I was telling you guys before, it was Aqueduct 2019 winter, and I was hitting the board, my horses were doing well, and I was like, I just came out of a stint of working for Jimmy Jerkin for about 4 years, and I learned a lot from him, you know, a lot. And the guy, you know,
great trainer.
Yeah,
Get
you know,
together,
borderline
guys.
Hall of Fame.
Huh?
Get closer together.
Okay.
He could look at a horse and tell you if he's doing good within 5 seconds. You know, the guy just phenomenal. So I learned a lot from him. Went out on my own, and 2019 winter, a gentleman put me up, John McAllen, and we started doing really good. We were hitting the board. We didn't win, but we were hitting the board, making money. So spring Belmont comes around. There's a 7 furlong main special weight, $90,000 pot comes up, and I got a horse that's been hitting the board. His name was Tis Morning, and so we get in the gate. The horses break, and we break on top basically. And there's another St. Elias horse for Todd Pletcher, right on our hip down the backside. So we're cruising down the backside, and all of a sudden we get to the 3/8 pole, and we're going head and head. We went head and head from the 3/8 pole all the way through the stretch. Inside the 16th pole, I swear to God, I was beat. He had a half length on me. I'm like, all right, we finished second, great. You know, $90,000 pot. Here come my horse. He come back on and beat Pletcher by a nose. And at that point in time,
that's great.
Yeah, that point in time, I'm like, man, I made it. That's it. You know, and then
for sure.
But no, horse racing has a good way of humbling you. I figured that out quick. So
if you could share one thing that you learned that you would pass on to other people, what would that be?
If there's one thing that I learned is if you do have a passion for it, just keep showing up until something good happens. There's going to be so many bad times, but if you're consistent and you keep showing up, guess what? Something good's going to happen. So
I
just
believe that.
keep showing up until something good happens.
Well,
that's my
great.
message to the people.
Well, that's great. that's it. We're wrapping it from Saratoga. We really appreciate it,
sir.
and
really nice to meet you
best
guys.
of luck. Nice
Yes,
to
sir.
meet you too.
Appreciate it.
And make sure that your sister comes over and talks to me.
What about my brother? Was he chop liver?
Well, no, yeah, well, I know he's great. He's a great
big
guy.
time now, though.
Oh, I know,
Yeah,
I know.
he
I was always,
yeah.
that's why I wanted to ask Katie. So, like, when you got brother, sister racing against each other, how is that? Like, I know you want to beat them.
Yeah. No, we're shooting for exact box every single time. Maybe a trifecta box with Jackie Davis. So
Jackie, and she's off of Finger Lakes, right?
She's in Finger Lakes. She's doing her thing, and she's doing well. You know,
Yeah, I keep
she's
an eye on
making,
her a little.
she's making a living. You know, Finger Lakes, obviously. You know,
Purses
it's
are a
the
little lower.
undercar, you know, and the
Yeah.
purse is a little smaller, but
Yeah.
she makes a decent living. You know, she does.
Yeah.
And she's got a big heart, just like all us Davises.
Listen,
You
man,
can't
it's
hold us
awesome.
down.
You
Yes,
got
sir.
that.
Nice to meet
Nice
you
to
guys.
meet you.